Many believe mastering English requires extensive coaching. Can you share your experience, especially coming from a government schooling background?
Absolutely. Growing up, I studied at a government school without any tuitions. Our home environment prioritized self-study. My father encouraged us to rely on our own efforts. It's a misconception that English is impossible to learn without expensive classes.
Given this background, how did you manage? Did you ever feel at a disadvantage compared to peers from urban areas?
Initially, yes. In rural areas, English isn't just a language, it's a barrier. But I started by embracing simple resources like everyday children's novels, which proved invaluable despite not having sophisticated coaching options.
Yet some argue that systematic guidance is essential for language acquisition. How do you counter that viewpoint?
While structured guidance helps, I believe true learning comes from initiative. Real-world applications like reading news in simple English offer practical understanding, often overlooked in formal coaching.
Do you think self-driven methods could become a mainstream approach in rural education systems in the future?
Absolutely. As technology reaches more remote areas, self-study tools become accessible. With dedication and resources such as online platforms, learning English independently becomes increasingly feasible for everyone.
After mastering the basics, how did your journey evolve towards advanced English concepts, especially for civil service exams?
I started with fundamental grammar using Brandon Martin's books, which built a strong foundation. Over time, I moved to more challenging material like international news articles, which expanded my vocabulary and comprehension immensely.
That's impressive, but some suggest focusing solely on exam-specific materials could be more efficient. What's your take on this?
Narrow focus might seem efficient but limits broader understanding. Once I combined structured learning with diverse readings like global affairs magazines, my conceptual clarity improved, benefiting both exams and real-world communication skills.
Did you encounter any specific turning points in your learning that you can share with listeners?
A significant moment was shifting from Al Jazeera's simpler language to Dawn newspaper's complex articles. It was daunting initially but crucial for grasping intricate issues and boosting confidence in handling sophisticated content.
Do you foresee more learners adopting diverse reading habits to enhance their English skills as global media becomes more available?
Indeed, with more content becoming digitally accessible, learners can curate personalized reading lists from around the world, allowing an enriched language experience that goes beyond traditional curricula.
For those wanting to improve their English independently, what strategies have you found most effective?
A key is consistent exposure to the language. Starting with manageable goals like reading children's books or listening to simple podcasts gradually builds confidence and comprehension.
Critics argue that without feedback, self-learners struggle to gauge progress. How would you address this concern?
While feedback is valuable, self-assessment through online quizzes or discussion forums provides constructive insights. Technology empowers learners with ample resources to track progress and identify areas needing improvement. Certainly, I began with short, easy articles from Al Jazeera, then progressively tried more complex publications, which improved my understanding and ability to tackle nuanced topics over time. Definitely, as digital literacy increases, these strategies will likely gain traction. More people will realize that with discipline and access to resources, self-directed learning is not only viable but also empowering.
What role does a support system play in language learning, especially for those without formal coaching? But there's a belief that peers might not always be helpful, especially if they also struggle. What are your thoughts?
That's a valid point, but shared struggles can foster a collaborative learning environment where exchanging ideas and resources compensates for individual weaknesses. It's about creating a community focused on mutual progress.
How did such a network benefit your language journey? As societies become more interconnected, do you see informal networks playing a bigger role in language education frameworks worldwide?
Indeed, as global connectivity increases, informal networks will likely complement formal education systems, offering diverse platforms for language practice and cultural exchange.